In Game of Thrones, you win or you die. Hello everybody, welcome back to BuboBooks. My name is Bubo and today we are diving into the ranking of the Song of Ice and Fire, or as you might know it better, the Game of Thrones books. I read those books throughout the particular hot summer. It took me about 3 months, and since then I've been waiting for the 6th one, and that was 12 years ago. So we are going to judge only the 5 books of the series, unfortunately. So before we get into it, if you'd like to start this fantasy journey yourself, or you want to support my channel, links are in the description. Your help on Buy Me a Coffee helps me bring you more book content like this. And now, without further ado, let's jump into the ranking of the Song of Ice and Fire novels. Alright, the 4th installment in the series, it's called Storm for Crows, and it's my least favorite book out of all. I don't believe it's gonna make much controversy. Even back then the book was received very divisively. Main reason is because a lot of main characters are not involved in the story, and those who are, well, not much is going on in the book. It's pretty much the aftermath of the first 3 books, which were really like action-packed. So this one feels like a little rest out of the action. So because of that, it makes the book kind of slow and really boring in a part. So that's why it is my least favorite book of the series. Alright, number 4, I hope you're not confused because my number 5 pick was book number 4 and my number 4 pick is book number 5. So, Dance with the Dragons. It was supposed to be returned to the action-packed format of the first 3 books, but in my opinion it kind of remains the same pacing as a 4th one. A lot of politics and nothing much of importance happening, at least not for me. The only thing that makes it better than the 4th in my books is that the end has a really big, interesting cliffhanger. So it kind of save the book in the end. So that's why it is number 4. Alright, this one was really hard to rank because I liked it same as the number 2 pick, but I had to choose. So I picked for number 3 the 2nd installment in the series, which is called Clash of the Kings. Now this book is a great continuation of the first book. They kinda introduce and give a more space to the different characters, but they done it very well. Also, in this book is also packed with politics and tactics, but in this case it was portrayed really pleasantly, and what is more important, it was crucial to the story, so no problem with me. And as an action kind of guy, I get a lot of action, especially towards the end, but pretty much throughout the whole book. So that's why it came at number 3. As you can saw, my number 2 pick is the first book in the series, named Game of Thrones. Like I mentioned in my book adaptation ranking, I read this book after I saw the first 3 seasons of the show. So I knew what is going to happen and was really surprised that the book was very accurate to the show. It was really like reading the script to the show, like from word to word, to scene, which makes book kind of boring to read for me at the time. But if I can put myself outside my TV show fan and just judge this book as its own, it's really great piece of fantasy and really great introduction to the series and to the world of Westeros. The format of the book, which is told, each chapter is told from a different character point of view, makes you really understand the characters really quickly and really quickly kind of care about their fate, which is amazing. In the end, the HBO picked the book for a reason, and we're all glad they did. Alright, my number 1 pick of today's ranking is the 3rd installment in the series, which is called Storm of Swords. Now, if you saw my book adaptation ranking, You already knew that I consider this book to be one of the best, if not the best fantasy book I have ever read. Despite being 1000 pages long, which usually scared the shit out of me as a reader, but in this case it didn't mind me at all. It was 1000 pages filled with great characters, great places, great action, plot twist, and also had additional storylines which weren't in the show. They cut it out of the show for a reason. It would be probably too hard to understand for people who haven't read the book. But for a reader, it was really great journey. So that's why it's number 1 in this ranking. Alright guys, that was my ranking of the Song of Ice and Fire novels. I definitely recommend it if you haven't seen the show, but if you already saw it, I recommend it as well because it gives you like more perspective, depth, and even other storylines, and it's definitely worth your time. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my ranking, and if you don't, please let me know what's your favorite book of the series. On the way to the comment section, please hit the like and subscribe button, which helps me and my channel grow. And if you're not ready to end your watch, please check out my other ranking videos. Till next time.